Coffee lovers are facing sticker shock as prices for their daily brew have skyrocketed. In February 2025, ground roast coffee hit a record high of $7.25 per pound. This marks a significant jump from the already high price of $7 per pound in January 2025. These rising prices are impacting consumers' wallets and raising concerns about the future affordability of this beloved beverage. The surge in coffee prices is not limited to ground coffee. Wholesale Arabica bean prices, the most popular type of coffee bean, have also experienced a dramatic increase. In January 2024, these beans were trading at around $2 per pound. By February 2025, the price had more than doubled to $4.30 per pound. This surge marks the first time Arabica bean prices have surpassed the $4 per pound mark. This upward trend in coffee prices is part of a larger pattern that has been brewing for several years. Since January 2020, the price of ground coffee has increased by a staggering 75%. This dramatic rise is attributed to a confluence of factors, including climate change, supply chain disruptions, and increased global demand. The combination of these factors has created a perfect storm in the coffee market, driving prices to unprecedented levels. As consumers grapple with the rising cost of their daily caffeine fix, the question remains, will coffee prices continue to climb, or will we see some relief in the future? Climate change is brewing trouble for coffee production, particularly in major coffee-growing regions like Brazil and Vietnam. These countries are crucial suppliers of coffee beans to the global market, and the changing climate is posing significant challenges to their production capacities. Brazil, renowned for its high-quality Arabica beans, has been grappling with extreme weather events that are impacting its coffee harvests. Droughts and unseasonal frosts have damaged coffee crops, reducing yields and impacting the quality of the beans. In 2024, Brazil experienced a severe drought followed by frost, leading to an 11.3% drop in green coffee bean exports in December of that year. This decline in exports from Brazil, one of the world's largest coffee producers, has sent ripples through the global coffee market, contributing to the rising prices. Vietnam, the second-largest coffee producer globally, is also facing climate-related challenges to its coffee production. Excessive rains and flooding have damaged coffee crops in recent years, impacting yields and quality. In October 2024, Vietnam experienced a significant 39.5% decrease in coffee exports due to these unfavorable weather conditions. The decrease in coffee exports from Vietnam further tightens the global supply, adding upward pressure on prices. The impact of climate change on coffee production extends beyond Brazil and Vietnam. Other coffee-producing regions in Asia and Oceania have also experienced significant declines in exports due to unfavorable weather patterns. In 2024, these regions saw a 31.2% decrease in coffee exports, highlighting the widespread impact of climate change on the coffee industry. The challenges posed by climate change to coffee production are unlikely to disappear anytime soon. As global temperatures continue to rise and extreme weather events become more frequent, coffee-producing regions will need to adapt to ensure the sustainability of their crops and the livelihoods of millions of farmers who depend on coffee cultivation. In addition to climate change, disruptions to the global supply chain are further fueling the rise in coffee prices. Geopolitical tensions, such as increased attacks in the Red Sea, a vital shipping route for coffee, have contributed to delays and increased transportation costs. These disruptions are impacting the smooth flow of coffee beans from producing countries to consuming markets, putting upward pressure on prices. The Suez Canal, another crucial waterway for global trade, has also experienced disruptions in recent years, further exacerbating supply chain challenges. Delays caused by various factors, including a blockage in 2021, have resulted in significant backlogs and delays in coffee shipments. These delays not only impact the availability of coffee beans, but also increase storage and transportation costs, which are ultimately passed on to consumers in the form of higher prices. The COVID-19 pandemic, which began in 2020, continues to cast a long shadow on global supply chains, including those for coffee. Lockdowns, port congestions, and labor shortages have led to delays and increased costs throughout the supply chain. The pandemic's lingering effects have exposed vulnerabilities in the globalized trade system, highlighting the need for greater resilience and diversification in supply chains. These disruptions, combined with the impacts of climate change, have created a perfect storm in the coffee market, driving prices to record highs. The situation underscores the interconnectedness of the global economy and the vulnerability of essential commodities like coffee to disruptions in the supply chain. As if climate change and supply chain disruptions weren't enough, the global thirst for coffee is also contributing to rising prices. With more people around the world developing a taste for coffee, demand continues to grow, putting upward pressure on prices. China in particular has emerged as a major coffee consumer in recent years. Once a predominantly tea-drinking nation, China has witnessed a surge in coffee consumption, with the market growing by an astounding 150% over the past decade. This growth is projected to continue, with China's coffee consumption expected to reach 6.3 million bags by the end of 2025. This burgeoning demand from China is putting additional strain on global coffee supplies, contributing to the upward price trend. The increasing demand for coffee is a testament to its global appeal and its ability to transcend cultural boundaries. However, this growing thirst for coffee presents both challenges and opportunities for the industry. On the one hand, the rising demand creates a larger market for coffee producers and retailers. On the other hand, it also necessitates sustainable production practices and ethical sourcing to ensure the long-term viability of the coffee industry and the well-being of coffee farmers worldwide.